from Group19. So today we want to present the ushawanan restaurant. Entrepreneur is someone who runs a company for the sake of profit, fixed mentality and development mindset. Two forms of thinking that entrepreneurs have, and entrepreneurs with a fixed mentality feel that they are actually attribute things like uncertainty, talent, or a fixed nature. Entrepreneur most basic talents can be improved via division and hard effort, and that talent is the beginning point.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm going to present about entrepreneur background. First, the owner's name is Bhuvaneswari. She was 32 years old, female, Indian, and she was born in Malacca. How did she start the business? Actually, her family is already involved with the business in catering. So she wants to continue her family business, but she wants to develop that business. So that she tried to open a restaurant named ushawanan.
Hello, my name is Kirtani Ganesh. My metric number is H21A2119. So I would like to explain about background entrepreneur. So let me explain about what are the factors which lead to the creation of business. Number 1, a great and a practical idea is the only thing on which the development of our business will depend. Writing a business plan can help you determine if your idea is feasible and provide direction. And moreover, with a business plan, you will be able to know next every step that should be taken. Next, passion. You will have to work hard to develop a business of your own. Being passionate about your business idea is absolutely key. After that, legal documentation. Registering your business is the first step of your business. The evidence of which is known as business formation documents. For example, shareholder agreement and buy-sell clauses. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm going to present about company background. First is name of company. Name of company is ushawanan restaurant. The name of the restaurant was using her grandfather's name. And the name of ushawanan restaurant is more community people's familiar here. That name and easy to communicate with them. Second part is what type of business is all she running and in what industry. Ushawanan restaurant is prepare breakfast and brunch restaurant. This restaurant operates for 7 hours. Among the breakfast menus available such as like tosai, mie goreng and others. Ushawanan restaurant is a food and service industry restaurant. This food and service industry covers marketing, cooking, setting, interior decoration, tables and others. That's all from me. Thank you.
Who are the target customers? Ushawanan restaurant does not have potential customers because the majority of its customers are locals and residents in the area. Customers are all around Malaysia, including Perak, Johor, and Selangor. It's also a popular tourism site for both locals and visitors to the state. Ushawanan restaurant attaches great importance to the service provided to customers and quality food. And the second one is, how does she run the business? She runs this business with business planning. Mrs. Bhuvaneswari defines the concept of a restaurant by researching and also referring those who have experience in the restaurant business. The concept includes restaurant menus, investment capital and marketing plan. How many employees does she have? Ushawanan restaurant employs a total of 20 people including chefs, vegetable cutters, cashier among the employees.
Next is the entrepreneur before starting the venture. After she finished diploma in electronic business, she decided to join and work at her family catering. She has used the opportunity to learn to manage the restaurant and what to do to build a restaurant. For example, she has learned how to communicate with customers and also product supplier. She also learned how to cook and the best quality ingredient to use. Her grandfather has been number one role model because she has seen her grandfather sacrifice her time and work harder to achieve his goal, which is open his own restaurant. She also made the famous chefs around the world Gordon Ramsay as her role model.
My name is Siti Nuriha binti Kamaruzzaman and my metric number is H21A2685, and I'm also represent about the entrepreneur before starting the venture, such as entrepreneur activities, intention of being an entrepreneur, and parents' background. After finished diploma studied in electronic business, Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari joined catering under his grandfather. She learned all the cuisine, and from that she started to know that a cuisine is a style of cooking characterized by distinctive ingredients, techniques, and dishes, and usually associated with a specific culture or geographic region. She started learning all the ingredients to cooking, such as spices and the cooking techniques the right way. By involvement in the catering activities, Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari gained a lot of knowledge about retail market price. Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari had an intention of being an entrepreneur after finishing her diploma studies at 25 years old because all of her family members involved in catering activities starting from his own grandfather. Her grandfather Saravanan Pillai long time ago ran a catering which is based on Indian cuisine such as for grand ceremony, and his dream I want to open a restaurant, but the dream was failed because his age is not long. Mrs. Saravanan died after a few years later, and Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari intends to open a restaurant as a desire to realize his grandfather's dream. Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari's father's name is Ravichandran and her mother is Vijaya Kumari. This couple come from the poor life and they join the catering activities from Mr. Saravanan to change the fate of their families. Mr. Ravichandran and Mrs. Vijaya Kumari have 3 children and they raise their children with catering activities. All the 3 children of them has been exposed to the knowledge of catering since childhood. Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari parents work hard in catering business, started from small ceremonies to large ceremonies based on India cuisine, and most of the spices they use are also imported from India.
Next, the entrepreneur at the time she started the venture. Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari's main motivation that prompted her to start a business was that she was inspired to see many successful young entrepreneurs. Most young entrepreneurs are 20 years old and above. Therefore, she feels challenged because they could succeed while she could not succeed. In addition, the factor that prompted Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari to start the business was the support of her family members and friends. She was more eager to start a restaurant Saravanan Malacca business with support and encouragement from those around her. Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari's goals before starting the business is to continue to step up even if it hits. For her, in a business, there are hits up and therefore we should not give up when starting a business. Mr. Bhuvaneshwari held that goal so that she would not easily give up on his restaurant Saravanan Malacca. Among the trusts owned by Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari from business partners who have always supported all his effort to develop the restaurant Saravanan Malacca. In addition, before Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari started up her business, she got from her late grandfathers. Mr. Bhuvaneshwari's grandfather had a catering at Indian weddings and others. Her grandfather's business was not going well. After his grandfather's death, Mr. Bhuvaneshwari took his grandfather's name to using name of his restaurant. Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari used his grandfather's name because Saravanan restaurant more familiar for community people to hear the name. Subsequently, Mrs. Bhuvaneshwari's business orientation also changed over time. This is because new ideas are need to improve the quality of restaurant in line with with customer demand. The use of modern technology is also required to meet the needs of customers as well as to maintain the quality of food at restaurant Saravanan Malacca. This could boost sales as well as profit on Mrs. Bhubaneswari business. Next, among the resources available when starting a business is having a business partner who is always supportive. They help Mr. Bhubaneswari a lot in business dealing. They have also introduced several suppliers of raw material to make it easier for her to manage the restaurant Saravanan Malacca. This is also a resources acquired before and when Mr. Bhubaneswari start the business.
The first risk Mrs. Bhubaneswari face is does not get community response of his restaurant. Second is because of pandemic COVID-19, but she handled the risk smoothly with reducing of employee with rotating shift work. She had a business plan and she planned about a marketing plan, restaurant menu, location and capital investment. She ready to start this business with a perfect preparation. It is because have a lot experience when she worked with his catering family. Factor have enough capital to start the business is the important thing. She prepared to open Saravanan restaurant.
In conclusion, based our meeting with entrepreneur of restaurant Saravanan Malacca, Fawis Nawari, will live as logging in business. An entrepreneur does not escape fail because fail is the beginning to stepping into success. Always stargazing and getting advice from successful people is one way to rise from fail. What is important, every entrepreneur must always think qualities which they are aimed to dare to face challenge. In addition, an entrepreneur needs to the principle self-belief because it is the key success. The key success factor of the business are we interested in the business being ventured into. Venturing into business is not just about getting rush quick but always working hard, facing challenges. Besides, always wanting improve related skill. Success in the business we can benefit other by card for those one start the business. Thank you.